स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा स्वागतं कृष्णा शरणागतं कृष्णा मधुरापुरी सदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदन
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। O Lord, the Almighty, we offer our sincere prayers to seek your blessings, your mercy, your love, your forgiveness, your strength and fortitude to move ahead in life as peacefully as I could and eventually reach your abode with your grace and blessings. Our salutations and gratitude to the entire Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. So today we are on the Divine Discourse number 71, Friday the 26th of June 2020, Sharvari Nam Samvatsar, Uttarayan, Grishma Rut, Ashad Mas, Shukla Paksh, Panchami. Now, by God's grace, yesterday we learnt a great technique of how to use that brain which is called the subconscious mind and which almost has a capacity of 97% of our entire utilized capacity. The conscious brain only works at the level of 3%, but the rest all is at 97%. Immense amount of capabilities could be done with this huge storage what we have. And how we could tap this part of the brain to make our lives more successful, be it on the part of spirituality or in terms of your health, money, status, relationship, whatever it could be. So we learned all the three parameters. What is this subconsciousness? How to utilize this in our lives? And when is the best period to practice this? Okay. Now, even the Vedas, they also said, if you recollect, in the process of how to do it, I told you in the last portion, the fourth portion was about you bringing in a feeling or an emotion. And the greater is the feeling or the emotion of the picture or a frame which you create in your mind, the faster and stronger is the impact. The Vedas say, Yad bhavam tad bhavati. As is the feeling, so is the result. Constantly, whatever you are thinking about, what is inside you will manifest outside you. We learnt the law of correspondence also. And there also the same thing was said. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. Now, having understood the power of the subconscious mind, there are always some caveats, some precautions we need to take. When you're having a powerful tool in your hand, you need to take some precautions. What are they? Two things. Any commitment made to either yourself or to others, even casually also, ensure that you fulfill it. Otherwise, don't say. We did discuss this subconscious mind is your faithful servant. It does not understand anything. Whatever orders the conscious mind you give, it registers that and tries to make that a possibility in your life. Let's say a friend of yours came to your house. You offered coffee to your friend. And then your friend said, wow, coffee was so good. Where did you get this coffee powder from? Eventually you had got it from abroad. And what do you tell her? You said, don't worry, I'll send you home. I'll send you later to your house. Don't worry. Now, what happened? You forgot. This disconnection between what you commit and then you don't execute it, it creates a disconnect in the entire circuit. Because in the brain, a circuit is formed up to a certain level. And then on execution, the balance is performed. So there is a disconnect. So this gets very wrong indications at the subconscious level that I don't know how much to engage or take the decisions by the conscious mind so seriously. It could be even something, another very simple thing, where somebody comes, they like your sofas are so clean and neat. They ask you, where did you get your curtains, your sofas, all your upholstery cleaned? You say, I'll send you the number of that person, these coordinates. You can contact him and refer my name. He'll come and do a good job for you. You forget. Now, these are the commitments which you made to others. If you can do it, say it. Otherwise, don't say it. And what about the commitments made to your own self? You may decide that tomorrow I'm going to go for a walk or for yoga, exercise, whatever it is. I'm going to go tomorrow. And then when you sleep, morning you have kept an alarm also. The alarm rings and you press the button, the snooze button. Once, twice, thrice, and you switch it off. You don't go. At that point of time, you get great ideas. Oh, I didn't sleep well. I've been working so hard. And somewhere you have read that you need about minimum 7 to 8 hours of sleep. All those nonsense things come to your mind. And you don't execute what you have committed to yourself. Or it could be that I'm going to diet from tomorrow. I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that, and I'll eat only this much. And again, you fail on that. So be it yourself or others, ensure that you don't commit unless and until you can do it. So this one aspect you have to bear in mind when you get into this powerful practice. So even commitments made to on these lines can affect your progress of what frame you create and ensure that it comes to a reality. And the second most important thing is where you can also increase the strength of this subconscious mind, and at the same time you can decrease it or reduce its intensity. It is like a double-edged sword. What is that? Punctuality. If you have told somebody, I'm coming at so and so time, make sure that you go by that time. If you have told yourself that you're leaving your place by so and so time, ensure that you leave the place by that time, because now your subconscious mind is working towards making what you have initially thought a reality so that you step out at that particular time. But there, if you laze around and you don't go by that time, so then the support of the subconscious will not come in future. And being on time, see, there are some problems when you actually have decided that you want to step out by, say, 5 o'clock. And you cannot. It will become 5:05, 5:10 or 5:15 or whatever it is. Now why? There is a reason. Unexpected things come at that point of time. Somebody knocks your door and comes up with an issue, or you get a phone call, or whatever you're wearing, probably a button is not there. You have to again take another shirt or another pair of dress and get ready. So these kind of things. So what I generally do is, if I have to leave by 5, I mentally tell my mind that I have to leave by 4:45. So all these kind of unexpected things, they ensure that you are on time. And also your subconscious mind is well trained. So you're saying 4:45 up to 5. This is the time slot. I'm going to be ready. You can give a time slot. When you say 4:45, see that it's 4:45. If you say, now I have to leave outer limit at 5, but 4:45 is my target, well taken by the subconscious mind. In the same way here also, This is one of the practices. When we are reporting here at, say, 5 minutes before to 4:15, and see that we can do it on those lines. Why should we be late? Once in a while I understand, but regularly I think it's not a good practice. Because the reason for a prayer and for so many other things are to calm your mind down. Now, like you have been running, let's say, and suddenly I tell you sit down and I give you food to eat. You can't eat, no? Because you're worked up. Your entire body is working in a particular manner. That is not the right time to eat. Or I tell you, okay, from running you suddenly sleep. That's also not right. So there is a process, there is a process known as a cooling down for the body. In the same way, the mind also has a cooling down system. So from wherever you are, by the time you come, you sit and you chant Om, and a collective prayer has a great impact. Instead of one doing alone, we all do it together. So what happens? Your absorption capacity goes multifold, 10 times. Now, out of the whole discourse, if you have got, say, 10 units, but if you are much earlier, you calm your mind, you do a little bit of pranayam, and you are well seated, then you are 100% recipient. However best you may think that I am listening well, but your mind and body is not that prepared, because there is a process. Okay. So now bear these two things in mind. Any commitment made to others or to yourself, please see that it is honored. Otherwise, don't make the commitment. Second is about punctuality wherever you are. And I tell you, the more you be on time wherever you have committed, the subconscious coordination increases. You're strengthening it. That's a very good practice. So in a daily life, in so many situations, you can say, okay, I'm going to have this at so and so time. You can have 10 particular timings and ensure that all the 10 you have met. It becomes a great strength which you are developing. So this is how you are creating a possibility for yourself. Okay. Now, I got a question about the Shad Ripus antidote. Now, we are all going to prepare a chart. I'm coming to that next. About for the Guru Purnima, what our sadhana is going to be, and what our Shuddhi is also going to be. I hope you all have an idea about it. Okay. So, which I'll talk about after this. So now what are these Shad Ripus? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya. Kama is desire. Krodha, anger. Lobha, greed. Moha, delusion, wrong understanding, confusion, stupidity, ignorance. All these come under Moha. Mada is pride, and Matsarya is jealousy. Now, we have very much in detail understood how a desire, if fulfilled, becomes greed, and if unfulfilled, becomes anger, and at one point also becomes Matsarya, because somebody else got it, you didn't get it, it becomes jealousy. We have understood all about that very much in detail. Now, what are the antidotes in terms of a Shuddhikaran, what we need to do? See, as we said, the mind is already filled with so much filth. How are you going to put in good things in your mind now? So you need to remove the unwanted things from your mind, isn't it? So for a desire, if you feel that excessive desires are coming in, we know from where it comes. From the Karan Sharir, it comes to the intellect, and from the intellect, it springs up, and the mind carries it to the senses. Senses go in search of it in the outer world, and eventually they say, yes, I've located it. It is so and so place. I can now get it for you. And there it starts again. You experience it, and then it creates an impression, a vasana, and then again a vasana erupts it again. So for a desire, what you can always do is improve the quality of your desires, the texture of your desires, raise them higher. Like you have a tamasic desire, you have a rajasic desire, go to a higher level, have sattvic desires. This is all in your hand. Yes, you want to watch a TV, like you want to watch TV, let's say. Now you have a choice over there. There are some really horrifying channels where they only show horror movies, and there are some where they show all sorts of fights and stunts and betrayal, massacre. Rather than that, watch something which is more pleasing to the mind, or something which you are learning, which can make better sense for you in life. Or look at the mythology. There are so many nice stories coming on mythology. So likewise, you have a desire, tame it in a proper way. Take it to the right direction, an uplifted direction. So that antidote is, you have to do on these lines. Number one. Alternatively, what you can also do is, when you start feeling a sense of gratitude, or you start feeling grateful that, oh God, you have given me so much. Why am I getting so many desires again? I have so much with me. There are so many people who do not have. I am blessed. So go with that. Then your desires also will be under control. For anger, we have discussed about forgiveness, and in detail we discussed about it. For lobha, greed, the antidote is, when you are having the interest to possess more and more, acquire more and more, do some charity. It could be in terms of your time, in terms of your knowledge, or in terms of your money, in kind, whatever it is. So once you start that giving, then the power of acquisition, or that greed or lobha, will reduce. Moha, when there is a wrong understanding, now what you're doing is the right thing. We are talking about all the right things, and we are talking about the supreme knowledge. Keep understanding everything what is told to the last extent. And then mother, here you have pride. You feel that, I am somebody, I am great, I am no less. There you get into an act of service. There are so many places where you can go and do free service. It could be a temple, or it could be an ashram, or it could be a vruddhashram, or a hospital. Wherever there are possibilities to go and do free service, go there and do menial jobs. Then your mother, that pride, will be trained. So they say, अक्कल ठिकाने पे आ गया. And last one, Matsarya Jealousy. Now, somebody else got something which you were trying for long and you didn't get. The best way antidote is that somebody who got, congratulate him or her. We're so glad that you got it. You must have really worked so hard for it, because saying that even I worked, I didn't get. Knowing this, you get an idea that your efforts I can understand because I have put in, appreciate, and at the same time get motivated. Don't get jealous, get motivated. If he or she has done, meaning I also should be in a position to do. Get motivated. So on these lines, we have to remove all the great 6 enemies which are there within us. And simultaneously, we are going to do the sadhana. It is a fantastic combination. There was once a great saint. This is somewhere in the 16th century. A saint from West Bengal known as Madhusudan Saraswati. Now, Madhusudan Saraswati was like an Advaitin, and he had studied the Vedas, the Brahma Sutras, the Bhagavad Gita, the entire realm of the spiritual knowledge to such a large extent that he was one of the topmost in the country during that time. And India was a kind of leader in spirituality in the 15th, 16th century. Imagine what fame he had. Now, year after year, his fame is growing. His main job is going and participating in debates on spirituality. There were so many schools of spirituality, so there he used to go and he used to win a debate, saying that yes, what you are mentioning is wrong, and what the Advaita Vedanta is saying is right, and that way he had gained a lot of fame, and that also needs tremendous amount of study. So once he lands up in Varanasi, Kashi. Those days it was the place where all these kind of philosophical debates, spiritual debates used to happen at great lengths. So he finished a debate, he won the debate, and he came out. There a Mahatma asks him, Sri Madhusudan Saraswati, he calls him by his name, a very senior Mahatma. I see that you have won this debate today. How do you feel? He says, I feel happy, elated. Now, this is the time where Madhusudan Saraswati is somewhere in his 70s. And he has been doing this for more than 5 decades now. And I know you don't lose, but rarely when you lose, what do you feel? Obviously, I'm mood off that day. I don't feel good. It's distress. So this Mahatma says, this material happiness and material distress, which is coming from material victory and defeat, what is the use of this? You are not a Brahmajnani then. If you are stuck on this level of sukha and dukha, mana, apamana, what is it? You are in a material realm. What is the use of you studying so much? Eventually you did not get sakshatkar. So, till now this Madhusudan Saraswati was riding high, and he has never thought about the reality, what one should achieve in life. It hits him hard and he says, Hey Mahatma, tell me what I should do. He says, Now invoke bhakti and sadhana in yourself. Yearn to see that Lord, have darshan of Lord Krishna. Go to Vrindavan. So this was a turning point in Madhusudan Saraswati's life. He says he left everything. Wherever he had to conduct all his debates and all that, he just cancels. He said, yes, what am I doing? And he goes to Vrindavan. There he does sadhana for almost 1 year. Nothing happens. He doesn't get any darshan of the Lord and all. So it is like he feels, what is this? I did so much, but I didn't see any result. And he comes out of the temple. He's saying, let me pack my bags and go back. Now, when he's coming out, and he sees another Mahatma, where he's seeing him for the first time. So that Mahatma says, he calls him by name, and he says, 1 year of sadhana, no darshan of Lord Krishna. You got dejected and you're going away. This came as a shock to Madhusudan. How do you know? Think I'm God sent? Tell me what I should do. He says, look, try for another 6 months. I know of a method where you can easily have the darshan of a great saint of Lord Krishna who will further guide you how to go ahead. He says, oh, this is good. And he says, tell me the method now. And this saint tells him, do all this. And he starts. Now, 6 months over, that saint devotee of Lord Krishna didn't appear to him. He again got dejected. Then he tells this Mahatma, look, nothing has happened. I think it's not working for me. Wait. The Mahatma says, wait, I'll check. So then he sits into meditation and he checks. That saint, he appears before the Mahatma and he tells him, look, he did this sadhana sincerely. I did try to go near him, but the kind of pap and the sins he has committed is so much, it was like wildfire. I could not go beyond a point near him. Several times I tried to go, but I was pushed out. So this is again a kind of a reckoning for Madhusudan Saraswati. He says, oh my God, this can happen this way. And this is what somebody has seen from outside. I don't know from inside what is it. And then he asked the saint, now what? What should I do? He says, now you get into extensive sadhana. At least you know you have reached there. You're almost there. Cleanse yourself. And then Sri Madhusudan Saraswati gets into extreme level of sadhana. 3 years continuously he is on doing tapas. Sadhana, one after the other, all methods of jap, meditation, tapas. And after 3 years, Lord Krishna appears before him. And he asks Lord Krishna, what is this? You put me to so much test. 50 years I've been talking only about you. He says, you may be doing that talk, that is fine, but there is so much of accumulation of sins in your soul. unless and until they were all washed, I could not come near you. And now you have reached that stage. And he blesses him, and Lord Krishna goes away. So the reason why I'm mentioning this here is, it is without sadhana, we may for another 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, we may study the scriptures, but it's not going to help. Sadhana is extremely important. And shuddhi, cleansing. So we are going to get on this track, sadhana and shuddhi. I would request all of you to make a format, just a format, a draft kind of a thing, how you would like to address this. Shuddhi on one hand and sadhana on the other hand. On a piece of paper, make a format and post it on WhatsApp, our group. So we'll try to take the best of all the formats we get, and we'll use as a standard format for everybody. Then filling up the numbers, like how much of Vishnu Sahasranam one is going to do, how much of Mahamrityunjay, or how much of Bhagavad Gita chanting one is to do. All these are your personal choice. There, what you have to do, you have to mention what you were doing earlier, say 3 months before you started this whole exercise, and today what you are doing, and what you project yourself to do for the next 1 year, with goal setting every quarter. First quarter, how much I will achieve, second how much, third how much, and at the end of 1 year, that is the next Guru Purnima, 2021 Guru Purnima, where you see yourself. There we use the practices of the tapping the subconscious mind, and we start our sadhana rigorously. Once you have a goal, then everything falls in place. So this is for the sadhana. For the shuddhi, how you are going to cleanse your 6 ripus, or the enemies within you. Benjamin Franklin, who is supposed to be called as the first American, he was the 15th child to his parents, where his parents had totally 17 children. Not good in his studies, or eventually after he graduated, he could not stay in a job for a decent amount of time. Everybody was just pushing him out. So then what he does is, he goes into introspection. A great person, Benjamin Franklin, we know as on today, but I'm talking of what he was before and how he got transformed. He looks at himself and he points out 13 major weaknesses in him. 13, 1 3. He makes a list of all of them. And then he says, I need to improve upon these weaknesses what I have. And he comes out with a plan. He says, if I start looking at everything at one go, I think it's not going to work. So what he does is, he says, I take up one weakness in the forefront and I'm going to work on it for 1 week. That's all. That 1 week I'm going to work only on that aspect, nothing else. Likewise, in 13 weeks, he has completed all the 13. And then he decides, he says, after 13, I go back to the first one again. So almost 13 into 4, 52 in a year, which is very close to completion of a year. So likewise, he did year after year after year, he started getting refined. And then what he becomes? He becomes a great scientist. He becomes an ambassador, a politician, a writer, so many, more than 12, 15 areas of work he has created a mark for himself. So weaknesses are not the problem. Accepting them is a problem. So we should now plan accordingly. So how you all plan? You just make a simple note and let's share. And collectively what we'll do is we will try to make the best draft, picking up whatever good, bad, whatever is there. Out of all of them, we'll make one draft and we'll do together. And side by side, we have our sadhana going in full tempo, and on the other side, our studies are also going in full tempo. See, as an eagle, if it has to reach the peak, it needs both the strength of the wings to be in equal proportion. Then only it can take great heights. With one wing being weak, it cannot, with the other wing, go to such great heights. So one wing is for knowledge, the other wing is for vairagya. Vairagya is shuddhikarana. So take this as your priority, and once you put it into practice, then it's a child's play. Don't worry about it much. It will keep happening continuously. Remember a small child, it can't even turn. Second month, third month, we are waiting for the child. Let's see if it can turn. It can't even turn. At one point, we are seeing it is putting so much efforts to turn. From there, our life starts. And at one point, the child slowly gets up and it falls down. How many times have we not fallen when a small child walks for the first time and it falls? Imagine if your parents have said, oh, it's hurting my child, this could happen, that could happen, I should not allow the child to walk. Where would you and me be today? So everything starts in a small way. Those who were not able, that child which was not able to even stand, it started walking, then it started running, then it even participated in athletes, college level, state level, national level, and who knows, some went up to the Olympics. But remember, whoever have reached the peak at one point of time, they also could not stand on their own. They fell down, they got up. They fell down, they got up. So never consider, oh, where am I, whether I can do it or not. No, keep it aside. We are going to the highest level possible. Okay, so we get into meditation now. So what we do is, this sadhana chart will take care, and Tuesday will be the 74th episode, coming Tuesday. 75th happens to be on Wednesday. Okay, so 74th episode being on Tuesday, we will log in at the same time, 4:10 around this time, but on a YouTube link which I'll be giving you, because now we're shifting the platform from FCC to YouTube. So we'll all have a trial on that day. So around 4:10 onwards. So let's all, for the next 10 minutes, comfortably log in. It's just, I'll send you on the WhatsApp, on the group, Imbibe group. I'll send you the link. Press the link and you will land there. Nothing else to do. Okay. And let's all have an experience of the live YouTube on this coming Wednesday. And Wednesday, on this coming Tuesday, and Wednesday onwards, we will all be straight logging in on the YouTube only. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, now let's meditate. So I'll not be taking the mental framework exercise. I think it confuses a bit. I hope you all are okay with, got an idea as to how to do it. If anybody has a problem, let me know. I can explain to them tomorrow again. All of you be seated comfortably wherever you all are. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Keep your eyes gently closed. Whichever portion of the body I mention, please ensure that your complete focus, attention is on that portion of your body filled with awareness, consciousness. Visualize that consciousness in that portion of the body to great extent. Which rejuvenates, energizes, and strengthens that part of the body. Left leg relax. Foot to the calf muscles, to your knee, and to your entire upper leg. Right leg relax. These exercises not only increase your concentration, but also increase the power of visualization. Apart from relaxing you, relax your waist, your back, entire back. Including your spine. Relax your abdomen and your upper body. Left hand relax. Your fingers, wrist, forearm, elbow, biceps and triceps. Right hand relax. Slowly relax your hand. Relax your entire shoulder and neck. Relax your face and forehead. Now your body is completely relaxed. Breathe normally. Observe the breath going in and going out at your navel. The movement of your abdomen. Now slowly shift your attention on the breath at the end of your nostrils. Feel the warm air going in and going out. Apart from you listening to my voice, become aware of the sounds surrounding you. Without being judgmental, just be aware of the sounds, if any, around you. Note that all these sounds, including my voice, are in your awareness. You are a witness of all these sounds. Feel the awareness within your body. That feeling of consciousness within your body, that Chetana Shakti, awareness. You are a witness to your breath. Clearly you can see it going in and going out. You are a witness of your body, which is very clearly visible to you. You are also a witness to all that is happening in your mind. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Now slowly focus on your breath at the tip of your nostrils. Become aware of where you are seated. Become aware of your surroundings. Slowly rub your palms. Place them on your eyes. Gently and lovingly open your eyes. Anybody has any questions? Okay. We chant the concluding mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. We offer our sincere salutations and gratitude to the benevolent and merciful Almighty and the entire Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat.